this is Weatherwise with another video forecast. Today's video we're going to be talking about Christmas time and in the future of Christmas time. So starting off, we have multiple winter weather advisories in multiple areas. One area being here in California, another being up here in Wyoming, up here in North Dakota, along with Minnesota, along with portions of Michigan, Wisconsin, and even a little bit of a few counties down there in Illinois. Now we do have a few up here in Maine as well, along with New York and Pennsylvania. Now we do have 2 high wind warnings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 wind advisories and 3. I believe these are flood warnings down here. Yes. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, you can't really see them very good on this map, but we actually have coastal flood advisories and warnings across this half. As we move on to SPC outlooks, we're just going straight into the day 3 where the SPC has decided to highlight a day 3 marginal threat. So this would be actually on Christmas Day, I believe, right? Yes, this is Christmas Day. Let me just double check that. Just want to make sure. No, that's Christmas Eve. Alright, so here on Christmas Eve, they have highlighted a marginal threat of severe weather. Now, we are seeing a threat of severe weather anywhere in this area, from anywhere from that Christmas Eve all the way through this first week of January. You can see we have a decently large general thunderstorm risk. We'll see if that ends up growing, and if we get a enhanced risk, slight risk. Here you go, you see that we have our 5% probability for severe weather. No hatched area, that is only for here and not 30% on day 3s, which we are nowhere close to. So that is what you are looking at. As you can see, summary is a few strong storms could occur across south central and southeast Texas on Tuesday. We head over here to the GFS. As we take a look at this model run, you can tell it is seeing some storms go up anywhere across this area. That does include Oklahoma, seeing some rain showers and maybe a few rumbles of thunder. You can tell it does Christmas Eve pick up on a few little storms, and it shows around midnight on Christmas that this is kind of more of an intense line. A live stream, I'd say, is unlikely due to it being Christmas, but it is a possibility. As you can tell, we do have some snow in New Mexico, Colorado, along with portions like Utah. As that continues, we see another round of storms, and this is right after Christmas. This is the 26th. This is a higher likelihood of a live stream, which I will, after this video, be posting. This looks like it could be a pretty big severe weather event, as we are going to be looking at the tornado parameters and everything. Now, before we do that, you can tell it has another severe weather threat down here in Florida right after Christmas, so that is another something to watch. We do see more lake effect snow potential. Before, this is what is really like, I'm going to show you the Canadian model and European, but this shows a massive snowstorm in Texas before it moves up to that northeast, to a nor'easter. So first, let's go ahead and show you winter weather, severe weather. But that is around the 6th, and keep in mind, we are seeing a lot more model guidance on that. So if we head over here to surface-based Cape right after Christmas, we'll also show you Christmas Eve. As you can tell, there's not much energy to work with on Christmas Eve. Christmas Day, there's like nothing to work with anywhere. This is the 26th. It's not a lot, but it is showing that there's enough to produce a severe weather event. If we head over here to the Canadian model, okay, so it'll show us far enough. So it is going to show us. Okay, it's not actually going to go out far enough. But if we go over here to the Canadian model, this is like the GFS. It shows long range. So as you can tell, we see this is picking up on a pretty big snow event up in the northeast. It's showing more over Oklahoma, those storms, than down here in South Texas in that area. Something to watch for. As you can see here, it shows that more off to the east. Instead of being here in Oklahoma, it shows it off here towards Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi. But it is also, here it is, 30th, 1st. As you can tell, it's also picking up on maybe a snowstorm a little bit up here, more to the north, though. But still, showing guidance for a snowstorm. If we head over here to the European model, as you can tell, it shows more clustered storms. As then it shows, yet again, a pretty big severe weather event. If we continue here, 31st, 2nd, 3rd, as you can see, snow in Oklahoma around the 3rd. But as you can tell, 5th, here we are, we're getting towards the 6th. As you can tell, it's not going far enough out, but it is showing a low pressure system that's going to dive south, bringing the potential for snow. We're going to head back over to the GFS to take a look at the jet stream. So if we go ahead and take a look at the jet stream, you can tell this is for our storm. As that's nice. Decided to freeze on us. Okay, there we go. Anyways, you can tell we do get a little bit of that dip in the jet stream that will lead to the slight potential severe weather down there. Before, if we continue, you can tell our jet stream takes a huge dip and makes a huge ejection. This is going to be leading to our ingredients coming in from the north, our warm Gulf air from the south, which leads to a target zone in this red across that area for severe weather. If we continue, you can tell it likes the idea of getting more dips in the jet stream as we continue. As you can tell here, maybe that severe weather event down here in Florida, another dip. That severe weather event kind of off over here on the coast. But here you go. This is what we're looking at. Is right here around the 6th. We get a huge dip in the jet stream that is just going to eject off. We see an ejection over like the Rocky Mountains, leading to the potential for any winter weather across that area. I'm very sorry about that. I accidentally stopped that screen recording. Anyways, with that said, we're going to go over here to temperature. And as you can tell here, we're going to look, we get our, so this is for the 26th. You can tell we have our warm, moist air along with that little bit of a cool air that we'll be bringing in. But if we continue, you see we get a huge warm up for the country around New Year's. Like almost everywhere is warmer than normal before we continue. And then here we get a surge of cold air. Not super cold, but it is going to be enough to cool you down. Here on the 3rd, we get a pretty big cool down. As places like Tampa, you guys are going to be seeing, you could be in the 30s to even like freezing temperatures if you're in Tampa or southern Florida. You could see temperatures close to freezing. Now, as you can tell, we get to the 6th, we see that massive air. It's starting to dive down, which is leading to the threat of any winter weather towards Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas. Get over to 9 a.m. and it's nowhere close to being through, but I just thought I'd show it to you, as it is showing a decently big band of snow to move across here in the northeast. If we move this over to regional and up here, first let's look at the northeast. Then we'll move over to the Midwest to look at snowfall totals. What if we just run this through? You can tell it is picking up on anywhere from a dusting to upwards of maybe 6 inches at most. If we head over then to the Midwest, yet again, it will practically show the same thing, anywhere from a dusting to maybe upwards of 3 to 4 inches up here in the north and across the lake. Last but not least, let's go to the Climate Prediction Center outlooks. I'll do this in blue so it's easier to see. As you can tell, it's showing a huge warm up in the next 6 to 10 days for a big chunk of the country. The biggest threat being up here in the Midwest, going into portions of the Northeast. But yet again, very warm temperatures there. So as you can tell, everywhere is looking to be above average. If we head over to 8 to 14 day, it is still showing above average, but you can tell below average down there in Florida. But not just that, still above average, but not as above average. If we go over to precipitation, though, this is what we're looking at. So this like thin line that you see here, this wide area, like this is showing that we're looking at about equal chances of precipitation. This gray means below average precipitation. This green means above average precipitation. But if we go over to 8 to 14 day, as you can tell, it's showing more of an area of below average. But it's showing up here around our trough ejection for snow anytime. Higher chances up here, along with the potential for any nor'easter. Hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you did enjoy it, if you're new here. And hope you guys have a good day.